And how can we mend? Oh yeah, that broken man used to be a friend of mine. How can a loser ever win? People say, baby, help him stop. How can you stop that whole sun from shining? People's YouTube, my counter is counting, is stuck. It's live, then it's going 18, 19, then it go back to 16. What is going on? Do I have to go off and come back in? Lord have mercy. Hey, Tequila and that. How you doing? Hi, Mr. Ashley. In that 75. Well, I just came across something I thought was kind of interesting. Let me let a couple of y'all get in here. Fun girl. Hi, fun girl. God before everything. I put it in the mail yesterday, God before everything. They said it'd take about a week. I got regular mail. Who else is in here before I start this thing, child? We got to clear up something here. Let me get this video first as y'all coming in. Okay, here's what I'm going to talk about. Hi, Amy Jones, Prima Wanda, moderator. Looking real spiffy. I'm looking spiffy. Oh, it's not my regular color because it kind of blends in with my skin. But I love the skin that I'm in. Liz, listen. So Larry Reed's on here. He got a video. Let me say this. I am not coming for Larry Reed. I know it may appear that way because the last several videos I have made have been concerning him, his relationship with Buddha, some other things going on with him. Like y'all friend Jay Wilson say, it's on YouTube and we gonna talk about it. Talk about it. I find his brother to be kind of interesting. But Larry Reed made a video. It's called Larry Reed Live, discussing women versus trans women and gay men online drama. That's the name of it. Okay. Apparently he's out of the country on another glorious trip. And he's chiming in because he wants to speak on the relationship of the beefing between men, women, and trans women. Now, it has been suggested that he's talking about the situation between Saucy Santana and those two girls that used to be part of a group. What are they called? City Girls? He could be talking about that. He could be talking in a general way. But he seems to think, let me get a little taste of it, and then I'll just ride from there. You know what, Larry, you got to go ahead 30 minutes to get past the commercials, Jay.
With all the fury and all the fiery, whatever you got up there, tap back. But then they come at you again, and then all bets are off. Come out your mouth all kinds of ways.
Now, first of all,
I don't care if that woman hit you, young man.
Larry Reed, that shirt is not it. You hear me? Wait a minute. You see that blouse, Larry Reed? Let me give you some advice. Now you're giving these people all the advice about the gay experience, the relationships between the transgender women and all this kind of stuff, and you send up her in this womanly looking blouse. You're under such a magnifying glass now. Are you doing that intentionally to be a provocateur? Right? So we're not going to discuss tendencies here, but if that is the argument he's talking about, then I want to speak on it. He says that a transgender person, or if it's Saucy Santana, she's not even transgender fully, gender non-conforming, a very feminine gay man, can't fight with a woman, right? Because she's a woman. So you have to just take it, right? She slapped the shit out of you, say, "Ow, I got to take a walk." Whatever. To some degree, I definitely agree with that. That a male shouldn't be hitting women physically. Physically, a man, in my opinion, should never hit a woman. Now, I'm not involved in your relationships. I know I watch true crime and all this stuff, and I know sometimes things get way out of hand, honey. Somebody end up dead, right? But what I'm specifically talking about is the is online relationships, the internet. Now, I don't know what he thinks, but a woman is not inferior to a man as far as her mouth, as far as talking. This is a talking application, correct? As long as she's not being physically threatened, then I don't think that a woman is inferior to a male, a gay male, or transgender, right? He seems to take the impression that this person, I don't know if it's saucy or not, came at a woman too hard. He should supposed to come back and no, that is not the truth. And since you are not a transgender person, right? You don't know what it is to have the woman, the emotions of a woman, right? As far as I can see, Saucy Santana, if that is the person, she's all only with women, right? Now I don't know if that means she wears the same clothes as women, she reads with women, and she's fallen out with at least one of these girls, correct? But in general way, women are not inferior. They can read. I've been read on here much better than with some hardhead, correct? So no, I don't believe that because she's a transgender person, so she can't argue with a man, with a straight man, or she risk being killed, right? So if she argues with a straight man and she calls him all kinds of names and things, then she is disrespecting a man, right? And you're saying that a transgender person can't argue with a man because you're disrespecting him as a man, and he can't argue with a woman because that's disrespectful to a woman. Larry Reed, I don't know that you know enough about the community to take the leadership role in the community, right? Now, people are doing everything they can to push you out of this closet of yours, correct? But I don't think you're in the right position. You're not understanding the circumstances, right? If I am arguing with somebody, if I am reading them, going in a beef with them, it doesn't matter. If they disrespecting me, I'm disrespecting them. I don't think there's any harm in that. And I do not believe that a woman, as far as her intelligence, her intellect, her mouth, her ability to cuss a motherfucker out, is inferior to a man's. So yeah, a lot of these dudes that come over here, these straight guys, they dumb as a box of rocks, honey. They're stupid, right? And a woman, generally speaking, dominates them, not because they feel physically threatened by the person, but the person is dumb. He's stupid, correct? So the trans person or the gay man don't have to respect people based on their sexuality, right? It's a battle of wits. How y'all doing today? People don't have to agree, whatever. But if a trans person come over here, she cuss my ass out, call me all kind of names, all kind of fat foods and all that kind of shit. She get I'll match the energy, right? Same thing happens with a woman. I haven't had a lot of those kind of experience. I did have ongoing beef with who was that? Five Babe for a minute, couple of minutes, right? I maxed her energy, right? I'm not going to try to dominate or make a person feel uncomfortable or anything like that, like their life's in danger. No. And if you were fighting with a woman on the street, hell no, you didn't put your hands on her. I remember when I was a kid, I lived in the projects, right? Our project was called a Ponderosa. And up the street, they had another project, right? That's where the black people in the neighborhood were. We were both in projects, correct? And there was this big fight in Hallville. People from Indiana would know what these places are. In Hallville, right? Turned the whole damn project out. Why? Because a transgender was fighting with a real woman, physically fighting. Rock'em sock'em, right? Of course, then all the men got involved. The trans girl, she had girls who were, I mean, women who were her friends. So the whole thing, it all devolved because this transsexual, I'm talking about I was 10 years old. This transsexual was fighting a real woman. And then, as it turns out, after all the smoke had died down, we found out that the woman was a homophobic woman. She always harassed this dude, and at the point of him attacking her, she had pulled her wig off and slapped the dog shit out of her. Right? She slapped her, and she'd already been terrorizing the boy. Right? So they all tomed on here. You a man. You can't hit a woman. You can't. But I mean, to what extent? My point is that kind of stuff is not. I mean, I don't know why even all this violence. Black people, we seem to want to always threaten with violence, 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 violence. No, but if she can read, honey, and she's smarter than him, she tear his ass up. Y'all don't got no problem with Candace Owens coming over here fucking with people and ripping them apart, insulting people, insulting the whole communities. People are not just expected to sit around and just take it and take it and take it. Oh, take it again. Oh, take it, right? And then you're making it especially doubly hard for a person who is somewhere in the middle, right? They're both male and female, in my opinion. Correct? I mean, I shouldn't say correct because y'all don't got to agree with me. What y'all think? Let me see what this boy said. Anyway, wrong messenger, Larry Reed. You if you're gonna come on out, then you can correct the gays and school the gays and all that. But to stay in the closet, child, and just reach out just to get up in our business, child, I think that's wrong, Larry Reed. And I don't think you're the right person, right? I don't speak on a lot of issues concerning the trans people because I'm not a transgender person. I don't have no idea what they go through, honey. I know it's been hard, it's been rough, right? In the gay community, honey, those are some of the hardest people there are out here, right? Because they've had to fight since they were children, right? They've had tricks trying to kill them and so forth, and they've become very, very violent. So they are much more violent than the boys in the gay bar, right? They've had a hard time, honey. So you go poking the bear and poking the bear and poking the bear, and some of that anger is going to come out on your ass. So I don't think any of that makes any difference, right? You disrespect people, they have right to come back and disrespect you online. We're talking only about online here. I'm not talking about physical altercations at all.
If a woman come out the bag on you and punch you in your face, she said, well then at that point, punch her back.
Oh,
like the man she thinks she is. Now that's what my mama said.
mm-hmm.
I agree.
Mama used to say,
but I'm gonna pull back on that punch just a little bit, so I don't break no jaw, so that I don't knock no eye out the socket, so I don't break no nose.
Mm-hmm. Are we conflating things here? Are we talking about people physically fighting? First of all, none of you should be fighting. You're damn near 50, 40, 50, 60 years old. Shouldn't be fighting no damn body, right? But we're not talking about that, Larry Reed. We're not talking about people punching people in the face. We're talking about people having beef online. Correct? Online, we're equal. If you can go toe to toe with somebody, you can go toe to toe with them, right? And I'll say it again. I think a lot of women's a mouth when they get it. That's why sometimes they end up in these physical things because they can't out talk the man. I mean, the man can't out talk them, right? Women talk more, right? They're more emotional, and then I think a lot of times they're smarter than the dude that they're beefing with. But I think they should be able to do that on here. And if you feel like his beef is or his mouth is too strong, then don't engage, honey. As simple as that. Shit. I know y'all got a different opinion, right? But I don't like what's that word? Y'all tell me what the word is when you're pandering. You're pandering to a community. Larry Reed gets all his money from women, right? Virtually pretty much 80, 90% of all of the people who watch the beef sector are women, right? But you don't have to pander to people. You can just kind of just tell the truth, honey. I don't think Larry Reed knows enough about that community or how women and gays get along. Correct? Now we know he likes no, never mind. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get a little taste more.
To where I don't tear them up too bad. Now, because you come out of the bag and you punching a man and you hitting him with a pipe or something like that, you got to protect yourself. You know, you do whatever you got to do. Mm-hmm. However, that's still a lady. Mm-hmm. Now, let me give this caveat. Women, if you come after a gay man or a trans woman, there is a possibility that you can get handled with all the fury and fieriness that's up down in this spirit from all of the disenfranchisement and the mistreatment that they have had in our society. Don't do them right, don't respect them, and they had to come up in school of hard knocks. And you can get all of that all at one time. Because you decided you're gonna come up out your face.
Well, now he sounds like he's making my point. Hold on, I don't want you making my point. I want to have a conversation here.
Not fit in, then they become irate. Whatever you got up down in your soul because whoever done you wrong as a.
Do y'all think he's talking about Saucy Santana?
I don't care.
Because anybody can fall out. If they fall out, you got to fire them out. Then you're gonna cuss them out. Sorry, they already know that about them. These people are all friends. They were all singing together and acting together and traveling together and shit. They know what they're up against, right? So I just got that from his chat. People were saying, well, that's what he's talking about. That Saucy Santana should hold back. Well, so she has hold back a couple of months ago when she was arguing with that dude, DJ Academics. That was a man, right? DJ Academics said, oh, you can't fight with me. You can't hold me back. You can't, I can't beef with him. I can't beef with him because he's Baltimore. He's Baltimore. Girl, you can talk and he can talk. All right. Come on, Larry, give me a statement.
Hit you, young man, young gay man.
Woo, y'all are something else with all the commercials.
How gay, trans woman you are, but you were born a man. You were born a male. And somebody ought to told your hind part that women are to be highly respected.
Well,
Overton.
That's why we get into trouble because, see, it's like you don't have to respect a male because you're a woman. That's not true. Like when they had all of these scenes from these young girls were terrorizing the bus drivers, and I believe it was in New York City. The girl came on fussing and cussing with the bus driver, and this went viral. But and of course the bus driver lost his job after he did this. But she actually spit in this man's face, right? So he jumped up and he decked her, right? But this is somebody who just assaulted this man, correct? So I don't believe that. So I heard. Let me see what y'all saying. Primo One, you said males are definitely, yeah, of course not. No man should be hitting no woman, period, right? I don't think a trans man, any kind of man should be hitting on no woman. I still don't know how I feel about this situation with them even competing with women in women's sports, correct? But they got to find a place somewhere anyway. So of course not. No, because a man is going to be physically stronger, even if you're a very strong woman. We're not talking about that. He's conflating the two. He's conflating reading on here with a actual physical assault. They're not the same. But women, y'all know y'all can handle a lot of these dudes. You know it. You know he's stupid, right? And you can dominate him on here. He doesn't have to hold back because you're a woman, because there's a good chance that you can out-talk him. There are a lot of women out here can out-talk me, honey, right? That's why I'm not over there on them panels and things, getting cussed the fuck out. Okay, this is my promise. I'm going to actually read the comments. Didn't Larry say he didn't learn about the community until he met T.S. Madison? That's what he said. And now he's giving classes and things, child. He said that when T.S. Madison came to his program, that ended up being a big mess because she liked, they came on the show. I saw the show. She came on the show. They had a good rapport. She liked their setup, the way they were doing their studio. I don't know if the studio was in his apartment or where it was, but she wanted him and Buddha to come over to her house and set her up so she could have a studio in her basement. It was I think it was too much having a studio set up in your living room, only place where you live all the time. You don't want to take it all down, put it back up, take it down, put it back up. No. So she invited them over there, and that's how he said he got to know a transgender person, right? But now he's schooling us and telling us what the do's and don'ts and how a woman's supposed to be respected and all that. Well, that's pandering to women. There's still the majority of people, just like in church, they're dependent on women. Women are not recognizing their power. Correct? They're pandering to you because that you're trying to make women feel good and protected, Larry Reed, but you're not being fair to the other person at the same time. Now, if it is, maybe I shouldn't, don't even involve Saucy Santana because I have no confirmation. I did go over there and see that he is having a problem with he's taking sides with one of these girls. What was it, City Girls? That's their beef. I don't know why he's involving himself in it, kind of thing, right? But they're basically all girlfriends. Saucy Santana, even though he chooses not to take his beard off, or he doesn't consider himself to be a transgender person, he is an extremely effeminate person. He only knows women. He gets along with women. He argues with women. He's at the salon with women. It's all about him and women. So if they get into it, it's not for you to jump into it. Now, you a man. You a man. You can't talk to her like that because why? Because you a man. Mm-mm. I don't believe it. I don't buy it. Mm-hmm. The vlogger is back at it, getting a marriage license and telling people where to file a complaint. Oh, the cigar dude. I don't understand that because I thought they were in litigation, and Larry Reid had won the lawsuit, and the dude backed off for something like almost 2 years. 2 years that cigar dude wouldn't say a damn. He wouldn't even mention Larry Reid's name. And now all of a sudden he's coming back at him again. Why? Is things cooled off? Has a restraining order expired? He made a full-time job of coming after him. And I do notice in that yes, he's back on his back again, on his neck again. That's what he need to be worried about. How are you gonna get this dude off your back? You know, went the legal route. I think he won the lawsuit, but basically he lost because they paid all his money to attorneys. Only people won in that situation with their lawyers. Larry he said he paid over $100,000 to fight this dude in court. But what did you accomplish if he can come back on here and get you again? So I don't know about that. If people want to be treated equal, then be treated equal. Don't keep making these differences. And it is a huge difference between the relationship between these gay, especially these feminine gay men and women and straight men, heterosexual men. I'm sure gay men say things that we don't pay much attention to it, but when a straight man is calling you bitch, it's just a different thing about the way you guys interact, kind of thing, right? But as long as anybody putting their hands on you, honey, don't have access to you, right? Or as long as your husband's in the back room, you can call them out there or handle that if they live in the same town. I don't see the problem. I do not see the problem. Reading is reading, honey. How you doing, Prima Wanda? Hmm. And when you come to be Larry, these gays need to be teaching you about the value of being yourself, honey. Right? They need to tell you about the gay life because you've dodged it and hid from it. I mean, obviously you do the sexual part, but for you it's just that. It's just sex, right? So maybe they can school you on a few things about the community, honey. If you like the best. Oh, thank you, Prima Wanda. Oh, yeah, I got to thank you guys. You were so nice to me on my birthday on Saturday that you actually, first of all, a couple of years ago, you bought me the computer I'm talking on right now. I'm very grateful for that. Correct. So now here we are in 2014, and you bought me a new computer for my bedroom. That one was having issues. I couldn't afford to replace it. And then I said, well, I'll take the money. You notice I used to do videos in there. I don't do it anymore, hardly ever, because it's slower. The machine is just old. But now I got a new computer. All I got to do is figure out how to work it or how to transfer my information. I think I'm almost there with that. So thank you guys for your generosity on my birthday. I appreciate it. And that is sincere. How y'all doing today? I'm not tongue wrestling with no woman or gay man. And the poor heterosexual men. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. They keep trying to come over here, bless their hearts. I don't want to fight with or hard heads either. Not if they're going to be going with all this faggot stuff. I'm just not going to deal with that. But because you're heterosexual or you're gay, it doesn't make you smarter. Doesn't make you quicker. Doesn't make you funnier, right? But yeah, a lot of people have a problem. I don't know how I feel about straight men, actually. I had a lot of straight friends. I had a lot of straight friends because of my street life and because of prison. I met a lot of people in prison. I don't even think I even talked to straight people before that. Straight men. I had no reason to. I lived in West Hollywood. Everybody was gay, right? Everywhere I went was gay. I worked in Beverly Hills. Everybody, a whole lot was the gay there. It was adjacent to West Hollywood, right? But then when I started going to prison, I deal with majority, 90% of straight men. So I learned to get along. It's all about your own personality. They ain't had no problem with me as long as I ain't no problem with them, kind of thing. Anyway. Did you say Saucy Santana, Unc? Saucy Santana is a gay man. He's not trans. No, he's non-binary. So he is a gay. I'm a gay man, right? There's all kind of gay men, but he's extremely feminine and he does wear women's clothing. He doesn't shave his beard. He's not trying to pass himself off as a woman, but they have all these different names now. Gender non-conforming. I don't know. No, if he was a trans person, then he would switch over to the other sex. He would just wear women's clothing. Is that, I wonder, do y'all think that's who he's talking about? Did anybody go over there and see Larry Reid today? He won't say the name. I don't like that. I don't like no subliminals. If you're talking about somebody, tell me who you're talking about, honey. I don't want to have to figure it out.
If that woman come after you wrong on social media, give her a pass.
What?
Speak up for yourself. But you ain't got to go in like you going in on a nigga. You ain't got to do that.
Why not? What are you talking about?
Just let her know, all right, chill out. Don't do that. Don't bother me like that. Go about your business. But you don't go after that woman with all the fury and all the fiery, whatever you got up down in your soul because whoever done you wrong as a gay man or as a trans woman. You don't do that like that. You do a little tap back. But then they come at you again, and then all bets are off.
Larry, okay. So maybe it's different over there in the holy section. But here, this is called the beef sector. We only come here for one reason, honey. It is where's the beef, like that old lady used to say. Where's the beef, right? Anybody can go off at anybody. I don't have any reason to go off at anybody unless they don't fuck with me or say something so stupid that it offends my senses, honey. Right? But I never even think about it. Are they a male? Should I open the door and all that kind of stuff? Because none of that stuff applies with how you have your relationships. I think Larry's a little confused, right? Because he's always kind of played this, he wants to be the gentleman with a woman. Then he wants to have all this freaky stuff with the man. And, I never had to deal with any of that. So maybe I'm just dense about it. If somebody come over, we've had a lot of instances over here. I never even thought about if they're male or female. Right? It ain't got that bad, honey. We're not monsters. Which I don't know what this Saucy Santana. I did go over there before I came on this video, and I said, well, it looks like just a bunch of words between ex-friends. I don't see what the big problem is, honey. But the straight men never understand the relationship between gays and women anyway. I think we get along better than anybody else. Certainly a whole lot better than with straight males. No offense, God before everything. No offense. But women and gays get along better, usually, till somebody, some homophobic person comes and throws shit in the fire, shit or gasoline. I'm Larry Reed. I'm Larry Reed is suppressed as a homosexual. These gays need to be honest. Yeah. Well, he's got too much invested now in not saying that he's a homosexual, right? So I can have sex with homosexuals. I can put their dicks in my mouth. I can put mine in theirs. I can say I'm a top and tell the whole world I'm a topping them. And you said you put your spirit inside their asshole. All that apply, but I mean, I don't see the difference. So what is gay? What is hip? Tell me if you think you know. What is hip? If you're really hip, the person you should show you really hip to. Or maybe hipper than hip. What is hip? Don't. Hip, taste of me. Wow. Take that, Nikki B. Who was that? Tower of Power. Mid-70s. My husband leaves and go into another room when my mouth gets out of control. But will you at least admit that your mouth can't get out of control, Primo Wanda? You know, you can, if it were left on screen, honey, women, I think many times talk a lot more and a lot more hard than a man's going to do. Because stop it, baby. I told you stop it, all that old shit, right? That doesn't apply to an online experience, child. It's just words. So your husband leaves. I'll tell you the truth, Primo Wanda. Now, y'all know I'm from I had an abusive stepfather when I was a child, but I always had a problem with violence, period. And so in both my relationships, I only had 2 serious relationships, right? Both of these were guys I would consider physically weaker than me. I could easily dominate them if I wanted to. But the first relationship, the second time we got in a physical fight, we were drinking then. The second time I was out. I left him. I was still in love with him. I was so afraid of my life becoming what my stepfather was. I wanted no parts of it. I hated it, right? So I walked away from the relationship. A year later, 2 years later, a year later, something like that, I fell in love with the man that would be the love of my life, right? Uh, it was after our very first fist fight, first time I put my hands on him, that was done. So I personally had to walk away. I wanted no parts of it. I didn't like losing control. I didn't like where I felt like it could go. It could be worse because that's how it tends to start and it gets worse and worse. I didn't want to see that part of myself. So I left both times. And basically I've been single ever since. Mhm. So yes, leave and go into another room. That's right. Or take a walk. Cool off. Absolutely. Yeah, but the emotions are involved, man. Mm-mm. Yep, you can argue with them, especially if you're a gay man. Some of these gays, some gays, they just hang around with other gays, right? Like the situation here in the Castro. You go there, you thought you reached gay white male hell or heaven, how you not how you see it, right? But what was I just thinking? What was it? You said something that motivated me. Uh, the same way. What was that you just said? God damn it, I hate this. People, please, I beg you, stay young forever. Anyway, I forget. It'll come back to me. But yeah, I heard a lot of women go off on some of these guys. They can't even stand up to them, right? That's why they revert to violence because they can't. Oh, I was talking about the gay men and women, though. Some gay men, they just hang around with men. You go into a gay bar, nothing but men, right? You go into the Castro, all men. Here, mostly white men, but a lot of them look just alike. They wear the same clothes and all this kind of stuff. The fuck am I talking about? Uh, Men. Girl, can you believe it? I just lost that thought again. God damn it. As I'm clearing it up, I lost the thought again. Give me a few minutes. Egyptian God is 111. How you doing, hun? Baby, I used to rather my mama beat my ass than to holler at me, girl. Honey, that woman had a tongue on her, child. I would rather her whip me than to argue with me and fight with me. And then she would, after she done kick my ass, she would go into her room and she would cuss all in her room the rest of the night. I said, just shut up. Just stop talking. Stop. And she was in a similar way with her husband's girl. Y'all have the protection of the streams. Tell them how you really feel, honey. I don't know why they assume that what he says is going to be so dominating. It's so, oh, you a man. I said that to you. I said the B word. I said the B girl. Yeah, I just said it 35 times. When that damn pie babe used to read me, honey, she be telling me, he said a B word. He called me a bitch. I said, girl, did you just call me 15 bitches in one sentence? This computer that equals it up, honey. But I hate the way they always trying to make some problem between the gays and because we don't have no real problem, honey. No. We know that all these gay guys over here, they got channels. Everybody's a woman. Everybody else is a woman, and we don't have those kind of problems. So somebody brings it, it makes it an issue, honey. Right? They need to be dealing with these hard heads and these wife beaters and shit, child. People one that can't match a woman's mouth. See, at least God before everything understands, child. All right. You said it. Get your motherfucking punk ass out and get a job, nigga. I don't know why they just love picking on these transgenders. You would think transgenders was a quarter of the population or something, child. I don't think they even get. They're not even 1%. Right? They were invisible until just recently, and then they're going through what I guess all Americans have had to go through. Italians came through, and right, they were low lives and all this kind of stuff. The Asians, the Chinese, everybody that comes here, honey, has to go through a period to find acceptance, and they're really going through hell. So I don't know why you putting emphasis on that, child. So what? One trans person had an argument with her girlfriend. Just leave it alone. Get it together. Leave it alone. You don't want my loving. I'll be. Get up off your high horse, girl. Think what you're doing. I'm living a lie. Got me dizzy. Did it, girl. Egyptian, you preparing food while listening? I went to the Hard Knock. They got a place here called the Hard Knocks Cafe, not the Hard Rock Cafe. That's the one with all the celebrities, LA and Vegas. This was called the Hard Knocks. So we had a friend in town. We went and got some soul food. Y'all used to eating good, honey. I very rarely get to getting soul food because you got to go way the hell across town. But it was good. It was good. But my point is, I don't get that many ethnic meals, and not a lot of soul food here. I had the smothered pork chop with collard greens and yams. The boy was telling me about how Ozempic gonna make it where you're gonna eat just one half of a damn smothered pork chop and you're gonna be full. That's it. I said, oh really? You mean I'm not gonna be able to eat? Well, that's kind of the whole point, Daddy. You stop stuffing that shit in your face. So I won't be going to a lot of restaurants that serve you all these huge meals if I ain't gonna eat it. Yeah, I don't think straight men read well at all. I don't. All they want to do is I'll break your jaw. That's that one. What y'all call them, the grown folks. Nigga, can you say a whole paragraph of words, girl, without breaking somebody's jaw? I'll break your jaw. I'll fuck you up. And that's what y'all intimidated by? Please. Lying dance on them. Appreciate the birthday super chat. Good evening. Okay. We sure did get blessed. We got the HP. What is it? This the old computer was 8 GB. This one's 16. So it should be faster and should have memory and all that kind of stuff. I said, I want a good computer. What can you show me? And you know what I found out at Best Buy? They only had 2 computers in the damn place. All they had was 2 tower computers. And they had about maybe 6 gaming computers. You know, they need that real fast thing. But it's like 30 or 40 laptops. So the world keeps it changing. I like a desktop computer. I'm not going to be out somewhere on a laptop. There's no need for it for me. But I couldn't believe they only have 2 models. They used to have whole shelves of them. So maybe the desktop is going out of style. But the laptop is just too small to read for me. The white boys don't like your soul food, Tim. Well, these were both African. Well, one was black, and the other one that's my good friends. And the other guy is he's biracial. No, when in Hollywood, both of those guys that I just mentioned, who I walked away from because I jumped on them one night, I took them to soul food restaurants, and they both wanted to eat what I eat, right? We were in love with each other. I want to know what you like. I'm ordering what you order, right? So I went into the restaurant. I used at that point I was ordering chitterlings, right? And both times it was like deja vu. Both times they, oh, I can't eat that. I think it was the ambrosia. Their order. I said, I can't believe it. I had to take a plate to go both times. Almost the exact same words, honey. Mm-hmm. I don't find that racist. I find that cultural. That was some good soul food back then too. Now, if a woman spit on you, that's different, right? There are some people who will provoke you. But see, I've never been in a heterosexual relationship between a man and a woman, kind of thing like that. I would think that would be very strange. So it is on the woman as well to act responsibly. You don't spit in anybody's face because you feel like you can get away with it. Now, granted, the situation on that bus, that was young kids. They don't know nothing, child. They might be experiencing that at home. We don't know what the hell they came from. But that was one mistake I'm sure she won't be making again. And now the guy, he's out of a job. What am I supposed to do? Let her kick me in my nose? I mean, what's my proper response? So y'all got to pray for the bus drivers because they're dealing with them young kids. Woo! Not there's anything wrong with your children. I'm not criticizing your children, but when they're away from y'all, honey, y'all see how they act on the bus. Well, I was just watching a story about them. It's some California town where the bus drivers are continually being assaulted. Dealing with them cheering. Most people are building their own towers. So I'm so far from that. Oh, there's Goonies. Uh-oh, get ready. Here we go. The desktop is not going out of style. People are building their own. Okay. Well, computer people are. Maybe they can do all that. But I just seems strange because you got to buy them every 4 or 5 years. And it used to be a whole rows of those things. But the store was still doing fine. I thought maybe Best Buy was going to go out of business or something because the shelves are empty. But it's only those shelves. They hardly had any monitors. First, I went in there and I bought a brand new Apple iMac, a Mac, right? It's a little smaller than this one, the brand new one they got. And I got it here and I plugged it up and I had to transpose the information from my old computer into the new computer and it wouldn't do it, right? So that frustrated me. There is a way to do it. They got something called matching thing, but I couldn't figure it out. And then when I went to plug up my plug up a couple of things. I couldn't plug my microphone into an Apple computer. I could not plug my my printer. I couldn't plug anything. They don't even have a USB port on it. Well, when I saw there was no USB port, I took it back and got just a regular PC. Apple wants you to buy everything from them, right? I wasn't gonna trade all that stuff in. Say, hell no, it took too long to build it. Line dances to you that donated to Super Chat. That's right, honey. That's wonderful. It's wonderful that people do that, you know. No matter how much these content creators would make you believe that they getting a coin from it. I'm getting a coin from it. Oh, are they jealous of me? Girl, we're not really getting anything. Not on this level. Mm-mm. When you start talking about them numbers like 50,000, 100,000 views, then you're making you a coin. Shonda, oh, you've been laughing at my replays all day while working? Lord, that's so nice. Thank you for the support. Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. It's getting hot. Now, it was a beautiful day today. Please forgive me if you hear my train. But we got to get some air in here, baby. Uh-huh. Okay. I never forget when that bus driver hit that woman with that Mortal Kombat uppercut. I bet he hasn't worked in that industry again. If the people was smart enough, they had a hell of a lawsuit, really, because the child looked like he was underage. Whatever. The teacher cheering. But you signing today? Who's signing something? What is about Trump? Okay, so we have a Trump supporter over here. Where are they at? Damien? Oh, not Damian Thorne. Junior Kyles. I gotta figure that. Either way, this party of the Klan, Jim Crow, slavery is done. You talking about the Republicans? He sure seems to be losing a lot. He done delay. And all these lawyers, all these professionals, they got to see what he's doing. This shit's been delayed for 8 years, child. Right? Some of these people coming forward, they've been waiting 8 years to get their justice. They let him just delay. Oh, then he go, oh, it's election year. Oh, how can you try me? It's a persecution. I don't know why that old man would go sit your ass down somewhere, girl. Enjoy your last years. You ain't got but a few left. You ain't gonna leave your children nothing but goddamn debt. Your grandchildren. Every day. He's working it for publicity. Some of the stuff he says is so shocking. It's just to get people to watch. Right? That's how he did it the first time too. And then you got every news program reporting on you every single day, child. That's a lot of free publicity. And the hateful people, they eat it up. Tim, you should be able to update your software. I tried it many times. It updates automatically too. But at some point, they just get to be old, Elaine. I think that one was only like 3 years old too. And I did kind of jump to the gun because of his slowness, sluggishness. I wanted a new computer anyway. And so I went there. You can get an open box one. You can get one for $500. But I said, no, I want something brand new in the box. I want the full life of the computer. Just because of what I've been through with them. And maybe somebody with half a brain could figure out how to keep them fresh and all that kind of stuff. But no, they've only lasted like 4 or 5 years for me. I'm hoping this Apple would last longer than that. Yeah, but I get updates on both of them regularly, you know. But you can tell the difference, Elaine, just when you plug it up, just how fast things are. You don't have to wait for anything. I think the H word is on the ban list in the chat for YouTube. The H word. Who's the H word? Y'all know anything about this list they've been talking about? Why does everything seem so crooked to me? Like I'm leaning over to the left, diamond in the back, sunroof tall. I'm digging the scene. I got a gangster linging, gangster white wall, TV antenna in the back. Mm-hmm. Y'all been okay. The latest Diddy thing. So is Diddy and Trump are dominating the news. Now they just showed this video of this crazy man who went up into one of Donald Trump's hotels and shot up the damn hotel. Got in a gunfight with the police in the holdup, just talking absolute insanity and craziness. I said, no wonder that woman got so mad. You had these kind of people putting their dick in her. That was like a homeless person or something, a crazy person. And apparently he had an extensive relationship with Diddy. He sure batted his name around a whole lot. And this is the caliber of people that you are hiring as a sex worker. What were you doing, just picking them up on the street? That guy's like a street urchin, somebody crazy, schizophrenic or something. But yeah, he's spilling the beans too. Everybody's spilling the beans now. Then I heard another story that Diddy is trying to strike back and saying that if he goes down, he's telling on everybody. Child, you already getting ready to wear the snitch jacket, Diddy, because people say you've been working for the Fed, and now you're gonna pile this on and start throwing people under the bus. I think, excuse me, that's that smothered pork chop making me burp. Yeah, I think that. What do I think? He's trying to dissuade people from running their mouth. This is why he's making threats that if he goes down, he's taking a lot of people with him. And this is what I think they're calling the list. They got somebody talking about a list in the beef sector, but they got a much bigger list being circulated about Puff Daddy and his threat to these people. Run your mouth if you want to. Cause we going down. What are you singing today? Mm-hmm. My father would make me go. Ooh, my father would make me go choose the belt he was going to whoop me with. And you better pick a big one too, Nikki B. Don't bring me. Grandma used to go get your switch. You pick out the switch, and then you bring it back a little twig. Then she beat your ass with belt. I don't know why black people got. Well, I do know where it came from. It came from slavery, where we felt like it was necessary to beat our children to teach them, because an extension cord. I think we're the only group of people who regularly use extension cords to beat the children. I certainly went through that after my mother's divorce. She was evil, right? But that came from slavery, honey. That's very similar to hitting somebody with a cat and nine tail. We came out of slavery, right? And they just brought that, and then it became part of the culture. But it seems like now there's a whole lot less of that when these kids start realizing, oh, I'm going to call the police on your ass, right? It's a very real thing. You hit me, you're going to jail. You're going to jail. You're going to jail. That make my mama even madder. We had to understand it. She didn't hit me after I was 12. I got my last whipping at 12. She might have been scared. I was getting kind of tall. Kind of filling out. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, go pick the belt. I dare you bring some little small belt in here, honey. Small switch. Is that what you deserve? Hmm? What is wrong with that heifer Jay Wilson? He telling one lie after another, contradicting himself in the video 1 hour after the oh, you finally catch it all. Contradicting himself in the video 1 hour after the previous one. That's right. He'll say a whole thing of shit in one video, then the next one he'll deny I ever said that. He came over here talking, oh, I'm leaving the B sector. I don't do it no more. Talking about people. I don't do it no more. Then she come over here 2 days later. Oh, I never said I was leaving the beef sector. They just said that about me. I ain't gonna leave the beef sector. Why would I leave? I said, nigga, just go back and watch the bullshit you said yesterday. Uh-huh. Can his subscribers see that? Apparently they don't care. I guess there's somebody for everybody, honey. You know, you've been with seen some of these couples. You say, what in the fuck does she see in him? But she just, something in the way he moves. I don't want to leave him now. You know I believe in wow. Some people like Donald Trump. Shit, if they can like Trump, they can like anything. And the way he makes a mockery of religion, I mean, I'm not particularly religious, but goddamn, the people know you're not a religious person. Why would you come out holding Bibles and then you selling them Bibles? It's making a mockery of it. He doesn't give a fuck about nothing. He is a classic narcissist. They should write a book about that. I mean, probably got 20 books written about him already. But just examining his narcissism, I think it would fill up a whole lot of pages, honey. At least a few chapters. Oh, tell him so, sister. If you are a 45 supporter, please keep that to yourself. You over there with the mask on. Keep it to yourself. I want silence. We don't believe in Donald Trump. We rebuke him in all his ways. Will you renounce Satan in all his ways? Talk about it like he religious. Ain't that a bitch? They believe anything. They just want to hate somebody. I told Ray in New York City. No, it's funny. We haven't heard anything from Mary J. Blige. What's Mary J. Blige up to? Is she in the news? She numb. Wait a minute. Let's see what you're talking about. Is Mary J. Blige? She turned out to be a lovely. I don't know why she wore them dark sunglasses all her life, because she's a pretty woman and aging well. Hey, mister, come on, ding dong, come on. Oh, here comes daddy. Get it bum over here in the ding dong. Come on over here. Show you the new nice haircut. Get it bum over here. Come on, daddy. No, I hate it, daddy. I hate looking at. But they're looking at daddy. You see my baby's new haircut? Ain't he cute? Look at that underbite. Is that not adorable? You see his haircut? See, he used to be fluffy. Only the tail and the ears, the beautiful ears. Right, baby? Okay, daddy, you can put me down now. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm messing up. Ooh. Uncle with all that Tommy on. You're looking like a kept gentleman. Ain't that nice? I can't tell you all the secrets. I like Tommy Hilfiger stuff. I mean, they gave him hell. I know, well, anything's gonna get scandalized, but the people were really mad because he said he didn't design his clothes for the hip hop people. Well, I think just telling the truth. I mean, the clothes look like white kids on a lot of them in the beginning on the Dockers. You know, they wore Docker shoes. They wore red, white, and blue kind of stuff. But the community just took it over. I'm sure he ain't mad at the money, but I don't think that's any reason to cancel nobody. I'm just trying to tell the truth. Damn, can we talk? Ooh, I forgot the ding dong. Yeah, dang on ding dong. Very bad boy video. where there was singing, Mary J. Blige would be on the hook, or at least in the video. Okay, I gotta find out what's going on with Mary J. Prima wanna say you cute, you ding dong, with or without hair. That's good. Your face. The miracle of the dogs. I'm gonna be wearing a wife beater. The way I already got them here at Goonies. Somebody gave me a whole. I got 2 packages of wife beaters. Honey, I try to put it over that fat stomach, girl. I feel like a sausage. So maybe I'll lose the weight and put them back on. It'll be under my clothing though. You won't see it. No, my dog don't beat me up, Hambone. That's Jay Wilson dog. Ooh, I said, why that? Damn, he bitch slap your ass. Get my money, bitch. Oh, he just playing. He just stop lyrics. Stop it, lyrics. He just playing, y'all. He just playing. You gotta get off the camera, girl. But lyric get in that ass. Timmy's got a man at home. Timmy's got a man at home. Timmy's got a man at home. I thought that was Tracy. Tracy didn't make that up? There's somebody else been. Oh, you were in the archives too? Somebody else just said they were in the archives. Yeah, that boy, and he surpassed all records. I'm not lying to you when I said I made over 275 videos about Jay Wilson in the last 6 years. Right. And probably most people wouldn't even know who the fuck he was if I wasn't reading his ad regular. It's a guilty pleasure for me. Perhaps I was sent here. You got to check these demons. You got to send angels to check demons. Because like somebody just said, they'll listen to anything from the thing. I feel most comfortable dealing with my peers, however. Right? And that's about the oldest thing next to me in here. Kenny Lattimore. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Kenny Lattimore is black. Oh, no, why are you being nasty? I told you. Here come Goonies. Now, who in the hell is Kenny? I don't even know who Kenny Lattimore is. And you're saying, oh, I wouldn't be interested in Kenny Lattimore because he's black? Goonies, aren't you the biracial person? Why are you on all this race shit, child? Uncle Tim ain't interested in nobody, child. Unless they're going to give me some money. If they're going to give me some money and be my sugar daddy, I'm going to be your sugar daddy, give you kissing when it's missing, baby. I try to keep you happy. First, you got to pay me for my love. Oh, Henry, dun, dun, dun. He's got to be nuts. When I'm giving you all the candy, he's getting all your love. Mary Jane says, I'm going to love you, girl. It ain't ever going to stop. Oh. Jay Wilson played with the wrong bitch. I tried to tell him early on, honey. Just disrespecting people. Girl, I'm a senior citizen, nigga. The fuck you over telling people, I didn't know he was on a fixed income. This is the motherfucker who needs a fixed income, Jay Wilson. The reason why you need a fixed income, Jay Wilson, because you need to rest with the knowledge that your bills are going to be paid. Obviously, you can't handle that responsibility, right? You're in a job this week, out of a job the next week, in a job 2 weeks later, then you got another career, and then that one's over. No more mentioning that one. Then you're still just driving the taxi cab over there, and you're hoping you get enough money for that. Then you come on here. We already know when you're broke, girl. When it's rent time, your ass is broke. You're on here making 8, 9, and 10 1-hour videos a day, girl. I mean, that's like 7 times as much as anybody else in the beef sector, girl. Right? And you worried about me having a fixed income? Girl, I ain't never been so happy. You need a fixed income. right? He ain't saying nothing else about that mortgage. We want to know if you got caught up, Jay Wilson. Did you? I know you go to sleep at night fearing. Come on, we saw you. We saw you. Hiding behind the blinds, honey. He better get his ass together, honey. When they start putting them payments on the back, baby, that's one step before the foreclosure. They coming, Jay Wilson. And you act like you are, oh, I don't care. I don't need their money. I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, you're on here 9 times, girl. 9 hours straight. I can't imagine me sitting here that long. Don't you get hemorrhoids or something? Them degrees paid off. Really? Uh-huh. We will all be on a fixed income. Eventually, you live long enough, Torre. It ain't no bad thing. I don't throw up in people's face, but honey, you would want to get to that place. You work your whole damn life. I guess they just, when they take all this FICA and this Social Security out of their check, they just consider that donations. Like, it's not bad enough to take in a third of your check with taxes, and the rest of you just donating that. Living off the government, living off, girl. You can tell a project queen, Miss Thing, you're not even a project queen, girl. You got to reach up to touch the bottom of the projects. That's where you from, Jay Wilson. And you worried about somebody with some goddamn government assistant. Oh, living off the government, living off the government. Oh. Miss Thing, would you turn down the gate a little bit so I can understand what you're saying? Just turn it down just a little taste, Miss Thing. I don't care. It sounds like the Wicked Witch of the West, honey. Mm-hmm. Oh, you beautiful fur baby. You a squeamy, beautiful fur baby. You should see him when company comes over. I told you we had an out-of-town guest here, and he just jumps all over the guy and all this guys. I said, let him jump on you for a minute, then he'll calm down and he'll get used. Then he start working them for the rubs, you know. He likes to sit under people or sit in their lap and let them just give me massage, relax me, and all this kind of stuff. He falls in love real quick. But he gets so excited, turning, flipping around and everything. Mm-hmm. I like people, Daddy. People who need people are the luckiest people in the world. Children meeting other children, a feeling deep in your soul. Y'all like Barbara Streisand? She has some good ones too, honey. I ain't got no problem with Just Hilarious, Don. Tim doesn't like Trump, Cat Williams. I just check Cat Williams when he gets a little bit, he starts smelling himself a little bit too much. Right? When he starts calling himself a genius, let us call you a genius when you're impressed with how smart you are. I ain't got no problem with Cat Williams. I think a lot of his stuff he says is bullshit. Dave Chappelle, who do you like? Nobody but Jay Wilson. You left Jay Wilson out. Mm-hmm. It's commentary, baby. Right? We covering celebrities. Hell, the rest of them who out here covering celebrity news, they doing the same people 3-4 times a day. They're following their steps, honey. Every step they take, every move they make. So I don't follow them like that. But the people I have most problem with is Monique. Her personality just annoys the shit out of me. Monique, of course, Trump, Wilson, of course. I don't know. I have a real horrible problem with. How you doing? The Donut Show? Do not show. Y'all correct me if I don't say your name right, because I want to be calling people about some strange name. How you doing, brother? Mm-hmm. You see Larry Reid over there telling the gays how to live, what they can and cannot do. But y'all, you gonna be in the gay, you gonna give the gays advice. Bring your ass on all the way out, is what I'm saying. Uh, the not. Okay, the not. See how easy that is. The not. Y'all say hello. How you not? You said right. Second time. Okay. All right. Police, and I ain't talking about the ones on OG Uncle. Stop calling me an OG. Goonies. I'm not an OG. OG is an original gangster. I am no. Well, I guess I would be an old. No, I was never a gangster. I ain't gonna put that on myself. Gangsters be hitting people in the head and shooting them in the kneecaps and all that shit. No, I didn't do that. I'm just the old. I'm the old part. Old as hell. That's it. Every one of his bosses gonna be in their 29s. Who bosses? Ask God to send you God-fearing men that will love and respect you. Oh, that's girl talk. Mm-hmm. Find yourself a good man. Hold out on them, honey. Mm. If I was a woman and you were my girl. Wait a minute. If I was a woman, no, I'd make you a lesbian. No, excuse me. This is not going to be popular, but I am so sick of Monique, and that story is going on for 20 years about everyone has done her wrong. Well, and she still ain't working. Ain't that a bitch? How you gonna win the Academy Award, girl? And you ain't worked since? Not anything significant, child. All you do is complain. I don't know if she's getting cash apps for complaining or what her motivation. Her YouTube channel. Her and Sydney get over there. What you say, Daddy? What you say, Daddy? Then Daddy, he's the intellectual, Oh, the black man. Oh, yes, that's right, Daddy. Frickin' frack. She is a Hollywood tragedy. She blew her career. The people didn't ask her for anything else that anybody else didn't do. When they asked her to promote the damn movie, but she's the only one that got the damn Academy Award for, you would think it would be more of a project for her. That catapulted her whole damn career, right? They didn't ask her to do anything that any of the rest of the contestants didn't do. All you have to do is use your Google. Oh, that one did it. That one did it. Meryl Streep did it. Well, why is it so different? Why can you expect something different than everybody else in Hollywood? Stupid. Then she all must be all soul brother, black power, and all this kind of shit. And she has went off on every black power person in Hollywood or Atlanta. Every one of them, she picks them off, honey. She fell out with all of them. So why you so pro-black? Why are you so anti-black? Girl. She'll be quiet for a minute. When it gets dry enough, her last beef was about her son calling her out for not being a good mommy. But when it gets real dry, she'll come out with another beef. Maybe she equates clout with beef, beef with success. It has nothing to do with each other, girl. These people are not going to cash app you $1 million. Y'all know what's going on with Taraji? Is she? They say they were going to try to, what do you call it? Cancel her. That's not going to happen. But she's still working, right? She was considering leaving and all that. She got another project. Taraji's a very good actress. I would hate to see her go. Oh, Monique and Kat helps more people than you know. They really. Child, ain't nobody helping nobody. If you're making money, when I was a drug dealer, I was giving people money all the time. I don't care. Here. Why? Because you got it. Right? They ain't doing no exceptional thing. Somebody who gives money, that's Tyler Perry. When you start giving people houses and buying them cars and SUVs and shit, then you're giving somebody. Don't listen to these people who talk about how generous they are, child. And people who are in a 50% tax bracket, they have to give away money. So don't be thinking, I mean, it's great that they do, but they have to find charities to give money to. They have to find, because it drives down their taxes. These billionaires and all that kind of shit, they say, well, you have to give away $200 million this year, right? Are you going to pay all that in taxes? Okay. I got you, Don. Don, you are being a provocateur. You're saying all the things that you know will offend, right? You are saying that Monique and Kat are the only superstars out there. Wait, but they help us. We need them. Yeah, you're just trying to get me riled. I know what you're up to. I know what you up to, Don. Cat Williams says she's a slave, and I don't give a damn about Monique or Cat Williams, honey. They're doing well. Let them do well, child. I don't care. Mm-hmm. Anyway, peoples, we done ran our mouth enough. They said we. Well, I ran my mouth enough. Thank y'all for coming in. Okay, and then that kills me when Monique says, "Precious baby, my precious babies." You a precious baby, all right, till she drags your ass to court because she didn't get enough money. And her or that husband of hers. He's such a little nickel and dime hustler that the people don't even want him on the set. Oh, do you hear what they said to her? They said to her, I think she should get something for that. I think the girl, she said that he'd be back there begging for money the whole time. That she did. Girl, when they offer you a contract, Monique, you have the option. You can either take it or reject it, right? If you didn't want to do Precious, it wasn't enough money for you, you felt like you were worth more money, then don't take it. I was helping out a friend. You ain't helping out nobody, girl. We see the way you treated the boy when you flipped on him. You ain't hurting nobody, honey. Write jokes, Monique, write jokes. She be up there the whole time. All she's doing is bitching, murmuring, and complaining, honey. God does not want our murmuring and complaining, this thing. How can you have a whole monologue, child, and you ain't told one joke, right? The only thing you say funny are cuss words, girl. I told them motherfuckers. I relate, but I'm just saying you should. I would think that as long as you've been in that business and you said you're a superstar of television and movies and stand up, you're a superstar in all categories, girl, and you can't produce not one funny thing, not one joke. You and Sydney could have used some of that money that you made back when you were employable and started your own projects, girl. You bitching about Tyler Perry, all what he done did, and all at the same time you could have did the same stuff, right? I mean, constantly complaining is exhausting, Monique. You fucked off your career. You fucked it off, girl. And we can't say it's because you were at home being a parent. You always blame your kids. Oh, I'm gonna stay home with the kids. I gotta say, but according to your son, you weren't doing that either, right? You're just what you call a classic malcontent. You will never be happy. You would think somebody come from your background, girl, will walk on the. I'm in Hollywood. I made it, mama. I made it, mama. No. Wait, where's my dressing room? Ooh, it's too small. I don't like this. It's racist. All that old shit, girl. Just complain. Pain in the ass. You be smelling yourself too much, girl. And I'll say it. I'll say it in my closing. I'll say this about Miss Monique. I believe that you went into all this complaining as a career because you could not play that character in Precious. I mean, you couldn't play another character. That was it. You shot your load on Precious, and probably you were just emulating somebody in your family. That's why you played it so well, and you know you couldn't do it again. You don't have the confidence that you could carry another role, so you sabotage a whole career. All right, you wonderful peoples. Thank y'all for coming on in. And I'm gonna go mend to my cold. You know, you squirt the stuff in one nose and it comes out. I'm doing that now. I don't even call it Medi Pedi or some shit. Squirt it in this nose and it washes it all out. See y'all later.